Oh my god, I've started recording.
Oh my god.
A bit of an odd one today, installers.
Oh, can't you say it now? What's up, installers? Oh man, fuck, I didn't load up. No! Whatever, it doesn't matter. I'll figure it out later. I gotta click on me. This is not our usual setup, obviously. We are recording from our respective homes because, well, we had a crazy weekend.
We had a great
Crazy weekend. We went to MagFest
Crazy
and we
week-
actually
we went-
recorded an episode. So MagFest and our recording date like lined up like on top of each other. So
Okay, it's
we're
like
just
fuck it.
Let's
Let's
do it at
let's-
MagFest in our our hotel room. And I want to say we
kinda
did it.
did.
We did. We sure did.
I'm gonna see if I
we-
can just very quickly pull up.
We made it as
I
tried to make it
downloaded
as
it.
fancy as we could in the given conditions.
Here it is. I'm gonna open with, let's see, media player. Is this gonna screw up anything? No. I'm gonna let the. There you go. There's our. There's us in this. You guys can't see, but
Okay.
yeah, and we're. There's no audio.
Yeah,
There's no audio. Yeah.
There's no audio. So what had happened was due to our recording situation, we're using a Mac that our friend brought, and then it would just auto connect to the earbuds. So what we thought was just going on just fine. Apparently just OBS defaults, or like at least that one defaulted to monitor no output. So yeah, nothing recorded at the end of the day, and we just didn't know because we just weren't getting audio anyways from the Mac itself, and also like everyone was drunk.
Yeah. So this is the second time we're recording this.
This is the second time we're recording this.
I'm so unenthusiastic about this. I don't
And
I like this game, but I don't want to talk about this anymore. Okay, but as we have the video playing, Dishonored right here. That's what we're talking about. Surprise, everyone.
oh my god, we're playing Dishonored.
We are playing Dishonored. We have played Dishonored. And yeah, this is the beginning of the game. Fuck, how do we do this? I do go it's me, yeah. It's like I go
Yeah, because you recommended
I recommended this game. I like this game a lot. What did I give it? Did I give it a 9 out of 10? Like, actually,
I think you did, yeah.
I'll give it a 9 out of 10 again. Fuck. What did I say? I like the powers. I like the characters. I like the. I'm just speed running through this. I don't care if there's like a. I don't care if there's like a 30-minute long recording. Let's just get it over with. I like powers, world, characters. I like immersive sims. This is a 9 out of 10. Boom. Angelo's review done.
Yeah.
Who was it?
I went second, I believe, on the
Yeah,
Lost-
just go, yeah,
the
you,
lost-
the lost footage,
the lost episode.
the lost episode.
I
Ignore Kenji, he's outside right now, or ignore the fact that he's outside.
Yeah, he's
yeah, I'm walking. Yeah, I got stuck on this train track.
Yeah.
Hopefully, no one kills me. It's okay. You guys let me know if you hear the train go.
True.
I gave the. And the way I played the game was pretty boring. I did a stealth playthrough, like a stealth, attempted ghost playthrough. Not some levels I did manage to actually do that. Most levels had to compromise. But which meant I didn't really use that many of the powers. I only really ended up using blink and
Dark vision, Batman, detective mode.
Yeah, and the detective mode vision.
Same.
Which got kind of stale, pretty quickly.
Oops.
Even if the upgrades, it wasn't like that massive of a difference of experience. I didn't really care for the story that much.
Travesty.
Yeah, just overall, like I could see like looking at least from the descriptions of the other powers that it could be more interesting than what my playthrough was. So
If you played the game correctly, Kenji.
I gave it a 7 out of 10. I got for the record, low chaos.
Oh yes, me and Kenji were both low chaos. Ariel was high chaos, and with that, wait, you said 7 out of 10, right?
Yeah.
So I'm not gonna big screen Ariel. You don't deserve it.
Or decided to not even show up to the party.
Ariel's not even here.
I'm not
We
even
had to
here.
make an AI version of Ariel. So yeah, so was it low chaos me Kenji and high chaos Ariel? So tell us your experiences and your score.
Yeah, this was a fun action game. I made the same joke. I'm gonna make the same joke. This was a fun action game that you recommended, Angelo. I thought the combat, it wasn't anything too complex, like just normal combat with like sword and gun.
I got tired of looking at my bed.
I think it would have made it fun. I think the immersive siminess of it, you know, you always got like different ways to approach a problem. The powers that you can use. I liked rats, I like wind gusts. I think is all that together made it for a very fun gameplay experience overall. The story I liked for the most part. Kept me engaged. I don't think is anything like I would consider, you know, the pinnacle of writing, but I don't think I'm not the person to ask about that. But I liked it. Yeah, it just kept me entertained, kept me invested enough time. I think originally I said an 8, and I'm still gonna say an 8, but it's like a low 8 compared to my other 8s.
An 8 is an 8, boyo.
It's a low 8.
And with that is episode 10 of Dishonored.
Oh my god. Spinning the wheel?
I don't know where to go from here.
Let's jump into the story.
The wind
I guess. Fuck it.
has like genuinely this stupid goat, bro.
Let's jump into the story. I guess. I think that's where we jump into first.
Yeah, just kind of talked about it.
Yeah, God, this is actually so hard. Like the wind.
I didn't engage with the story that much. Like, I did. Yeah, I guess.
Look! How could you not look at the crazy stuff happening on the gameplay right now? Like, there's.
My main problem is I really did not give a shit about the Empress or whatever at the beginning. Like, Corvo and her relationship wasn't really. It was barely established as it disappeared.
Oh shit.
I also didn't read any, or I didn't read most of the like in-game like books and stuff.
Yeah.
So you know, perhaps perhaps it was fleshed out in the game, but I chose to ignore it. Most games I also don't really pay attention to that stuff first time around, just to speed up the playthrough. I also, whatever reason, I did not find the betrayal shocking in any way or surprising, and I'm not sure if that was intentional or not.
Oh yeah, the big spoilers.
The second betrayal.
Yeah.
Yeah, same thing. Like I noted before that, like going up to it, like I always felt like something was gonna happen, and then once they handed me this drink and I drank out of it, it's like, oh yeah, I'm going to die, or they're going to attempt to kill me. And yeah, it's like,
let's see if I could find it. For me, I want to say I obviously this is like my third time playing this game, so this wasn't a particularly what do you call it? I knew what's going to happen, but I want to say the first time I played through it was maybe not shocking in that sense, but like enough to the point where I was it was here. Here we are, everyone. Oh my gosh. We actually have, even though it took a while. Well, they're saying, not necessarily shocking, but like I was still felt fairly betrayed enough to the point where my mostly low chaos playthrough, my first time was I just got mad at the loyalists enough to the point where I'm like, okay, well, if I'm killing anybody, I was killing them. So, to people who know, the low chaos was at King Sparrow Island or whatever. The two Overseer and Martin and Pendleton are dead anyway, so you don't kill them. So, but I killed Havelock. I think my first playthrough, the only person I killed was Havelock, just because fuck you. So I don't know. It did its job for me. I definitely felt betrayed.
Well, you were a lot like younger, weren't you, when you first played this game?
I guess. Sure.
What? Like you were a child. You're but a baby.
What does that mean?
That means your underdeveloped child brain was more susceptible.
I don't know. I still feel a little bit of like betrayal, just even though I knew it was coming. And I still kind of look forward to killing, like, them. You know?
For me, it was like kind of like a gameplay like spoiler thing. I noticed how open this like hub area was, and it just felt like I was gonna come here for whatever reason. I wasn't sure if that was like for it's just gonna we get invaded type of thing, or it's another betrayal, right? So I don't know.
For me, like I did notice that it was like a pretty big area, but I think very early on there's some runes that start like in the basement or whatever. So I just thought that more of those were just gonna pop up as the game progressed, but I didn't think too much of it.
Same. Yeah, like I didn't think too much of it either. It was just a big place. I thought it made sense enough just because like you have a lot of traversal powers. So it's like just like a playground for you to just kind of fuck around with. And like you said, there's a bunch of runes that sort of show up periodically in different places. So it wasn't that big of a, I guess, spoiler or like a tell for me. And I didn't particularly care to think about it like that.
Let's see what else. I guess
How do you feel about the different targets? Because that's another thing. Since I was ignoring a lot of side content, I don't know that much about any of them. Angelo, did you like in any of your playthroughs? Did you ever look into the books and stuff?
Yeah, I always do. Like, but like, what do you mean? Like, what do I think about them?
Like,
how they fit in the story?
Yeah.
I think they serve to act as targets, right? I mean, it's weird. It doesn't feel like a huge, maybe when I was younger, it felt like a huge, like very convoluted type of political conspiracy shit going on, but now it's just sort of, like there's only like 5, 6 levels or something like that?
Yeah.
There's not a lot, and so if you really think about it, it's kind of weird that like this small group of people is able to sort of take over an entire empire. You'd think that Corvo would have like a lot more people to kill or people to go after, but I mean it's just a fairly short game, and it's the targets themselves are serviceable. I mean, really the big ones are really the first and the last, with the Overseer guy. And then, not last, I should say, like, I guess, is this second to last? The Lord Regent. The guy before the betrayal happens.
Yeah.
Yeah. And I did like the sort of break from the overall, like, conspiracy to, like, having a more personal, like, you know, the Dowd level in the flooded district.
Yeah.
I don't know. I thought it was cool. Yeah, I don't know really what else to say other than they were serviceable targets. I thought it made sense.
Did any of the documents like actually hint at the betrayal, or is that something that is just supposed to be a surprise, even if you are paying attention?
when we say betrayal, we're talking about the ones with the loyalists, right? Not the initial.
Yeah.
No, I don't think so. Like there is stuff afterwards. Like you find Havelock's journal at the last level. Like you, and then I don't know if you can find it beforehand. I don't think I don't remember finding it beforehand. The only other like journals and audio stuff that really talks about is like Pendleton has a few stuff talking, or like you can see him kind of like get a little sadder when you go like when you kill his brothers or do whatever the fuck, whether or not you kill them or non-lethal them. There's like a little bit of character moments or character development in these like audio stuff with Pendleton. I don't remember really getting anything from Havelock, but I don't think there's any. I think what happens for the betrayal is I think it was like kind of a decision they made, like soon, like shortly before the last guy you're supposed to kill happens, like before you go after the Lord Regent. I think that's when they like decide to do it because it's like,
Yeah,
they're starting to think beyond like the like conspiracy from the higher ups. Like they're starting to think, okay, like we're actually going to do this, and we need to be in charge, and so it's like we need to deal with Corvo because we can't use Emily the way they want to when Corvo's around. So I think that's what it's supposed to be. It's not like a thing that they were planning to betray you.
Okay, yeah, because that's how I initially thought.
Yeah, so if you read Havelock's journal at the last level, it does go from like day by day. It's like, oh, hey, Corvo's here. He's cool. He's helping us, blah, blah, blah. And then it gets to the point where it's like, okay, yeah, we really need to start thinking about how we want the Empire to be. And then they start looking at Corvo like he's a problem. And then, the sort of, what do you call it? Like the idea of just like, we got to get rid of him kind of comes into fruition from that feeling. But like, that's in the middle of the game. So it wasn't like I don't think it was planned. I don't know if that journal changes in
the
High
different
Chaos.
Stays, yeah.
Yeah, because the journal.
I would imagine it would.
I think it does too. Namely because the journal I'm speaking about is it's fairly like remorseful. Like it sounds very remorseful from Havelock. So yeah.
Yeah, because High Chaos Corvo is just like pretty much not serial killer, murder hobo. That's the term. Just kind of
Yeah,
chills.
so this is the oh gosh. Probably not gonna read a lot of it, but yeah, this is like what I'm thinking about, or yeah, where there's it's Havelock's journal, kind of I guess going through the targets and stuff like that, and it seems fairly remorseful. And then yeah, there's nothing in it that indicates that they were planning on betraying Corvo until like literally at the very end. Yeah.
Like I guess the biggest thing about the story in this game is that the chaos, like the state of the world changes depending on how you play the game.
I kind of wish I had actually, because I did a little bit of a second playthrough. I didn't finish it, but I think the chaos differences are fairly big, at least towards the end. Really, like the last level is just completely different area.
Yeah. And like just
oh no, I'm being dumb. I actually forgot to I forgot to record like halfway through me going through this level, so it was already cooked.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. But like I think the biggest thing is Ariel, like you could probably see it's a very bright and sunny day in this final level versus like Ariel's dark and stormy night.
And there was just a lot of blood to be shed that night.
There's a lot of blood to be shed, and like the way I went through this, like I did this level in 10 minutes just because there was so little guards, and I quite literally walked, like I crouch walked, like beyond like where I needed to go, and
I think
there was just like nobody there.
I think if I didn't die the amount of times I did, I could probably also say it's like 10 minutes. If like, yeah.
Yeah, it's a very. I mean, it's quite small. The level
So-
itself.
Yeah, you get like.
I
gotta-
wanted to have like a very cinematic. I'm such a loser. I was like, I will slow walk here and turn around, and then like I have a talk with the guy.
I just like shot him with the sleep dart.
Yeah, so you can see there, look at Low Chaos, Pendleton, and Overseer Martin. They get poisoned by Havelock.
That's what you do all the time, Kenji.
No, I ended up like on a lot of levels. I ended up reserving my sleep darts because I didn't know if I needed them later, which just meant I would just not use them
Although-
sometimes.
Yeah.
Um,
I was gonna say in High Chaos,
Okay.
all the people were like high strung and distrustful of each other that they just started fighting as soon as shit went down.
oh God, my freaking.
Like Pendleton and I forget High Overseer guy.
Yeah.
This was like we're just beefing.
Yeah, in Ariel's playthrough, they're alive on the island, right? And then you actually have to go kill them.
Yeah. And then the guy tries to kill himself. The High Overseer.
Or High Overseer.
Oh yeah. Havelock
Martin?
also tried. Yeah, Martin. He's like
I didn't know that. I
both,
didn't
like,
know he tried to kill himself.
I
This
also
was
didn't know that.
A little
that
funny. It's like he says, "Go, yeah, take the key or whatever." But as soon as you grab the key, he fucking gets mad at you. So I don't know. It was weird. I just reloaded. So I just thought I said that was where I was like, you know what? I'm just gonna shoot him with the crossbow before I pick up the key.
But yeah, it's like I read it after the fact. Yeah. And as I guess other big high chaos differences is like just like the dialogue and like how people treat you.
Emily's drawings are different. Like Emily becomes more.
Emily kind of gets that little murder hobo from you.
Yeah, she turns into a little murder hobo.
Your father. Oh my god.
What did you think of? I guess this is more towards Kenji. What did you think of the non-lethal sort of paths for the targets?
I thought they were pretty interesting. I like that. I think for most of them, or not, if not all of them, they're just like side quest stuff, right? There's like side quest options.
Yeah. Like, what do you mean
Which-
by side quest?
Like you would have
guess-
to talk to someone else, and then they would, and you
Yes,
can have
yes,
them help
yes.
you. Yeah.
Yeah.
I thought that was interesting. Yeah, I like that that part of it. I also liked the ones where you would have to carry them out of the like, sort of extract them while they're
Yeah.
unconscious. I
Yeah.
thought that was pretty fun.
Did you like how that non-lethal doesn't necessarily, like in terms of morals, it's not really like
Yeah,
better than
I
straight
do-
up killing them?
Yeah, I do like that. I wish there was more of that sort of, I guess, not morally gray necessarily, but like, yeah, like, for lack of a better term, like, yeah, sort of a more in between non-lethal and lethal, if that makes sense, like in general.
Meaning what? Like it's not exactly like you would want a straight up like better option, or like what do you
Or-
mean in between lethal and non-lethal? Do you mean like in between good and evil?
Yeah.
I think, or do you consider the ones that we have in the game to be all good?
I mean, like, for like the guards and stuff, because like also like
Oh.
just generally like non-lethal is just like, okay, you just kind of not touch them or you put them to sleep.
Yeah.
But for that,
Oh, look
like
what
you
I'm-
don't
Sorry.
like
I'm-
like
this is
there's
cheating.
not as much interesting stuff happening in the normal gameplay.
Okay. Yeah.
That like there is sort of targets when it comes to doing non-lethal stuff.
Yeah, but like I wonder how you go about doing that though to make that like, I guess.
Like an alternate
Yeah. Like
way
what
of
do you?
dealing with them.
How would you make something that was like what you're describing for just the jobbers around.
I don't. Okay, yeah. So I don't like particularly making gameplay suggestions, right?
Okay. No, I'm just because I'm confused. I can't picture what you're saying.
Yeah,
Really,
yeah.
it's like it's hard for because. Do you have this kind of criticism for like every game that has non-lethal, or is there a game that you're thinking of that just does it better?
No, I'm just saying like because like this game kind of highlights that aspect of having like sort of an ugly world, whatever.
Okay.
But that's not necessarily true for the guards, right? Like non-lethal is nothing is implied bad happening to the guards if you just like choke them or put them to sleep, whatever.
If they're knocked out that long in real life, Kenji, they have brain damage.
Yeah, I know that. If it actually showed that, that would be interesting.
Yeah. Okay. I just it's hard for me to like kind of like how that would translate in something like a
Sorry.
in like a like how that would because in my head it's like you want to have the complexities of like the big targets, right, and their non-lethal methods to like all the little jobbers in the level, and I'm like I can't grasp how you would do that or like how you would even tackle something like that. I mean, I kind of guess.
I guess like I could see like I guess the chaos states were kind of what that's trying to be. Or you could see it as that, like it's like the world is reflecting your
actions,
but since it is like kind of binary when that happens, like okay, you kill a certain amount of people, then you're in chaos state, whatever.
Yeah, you're in
it doesn't feel like
it's progressive to that, right? It's like it's binary. Like either it is or it isn't. So
like in my case, I never like felt like I was really doing anything because it's because it is like once you go like it is just I was in low chaos the entire time, so
you never had to think about it.
Yeah, and like
so I guess then maybe it's not the non-lethal stuff. Is it like did you want more things to have an effect on chaos, like based on the things that you did, not necessarily just kill or not kill? Like,
I think it'd actually be interesting if some of the non-lethal options for the bosses or for the targets actually led to higher chaos.
I could see that. Yeah. I guess I didn't really think about it too much. I like when they did present the whole binary choice of like high and low and then just kill or not kill. I was like, oh, it's fine, it works for me. I don't really question a lot of things in video games whenever they tell me.
Like I think the effort game, especially like from this time, like it'd be very, I guess, difficult to implement something like that in the first place. So I think it does its job, right? To the point it gets you, it sells you on the idea enough that like in the moment it's like fine, but you think about it more than 2 minutes, like I killed 20 people, but as soon as I get the 21st one, that's when shit hits the fan. Or whatever. There's probably like an exact number.
Yeah, I think it's like a. It's
or like I'm able to kill all of these important political figures, but and that's okay, and somehow that doesn't stir any sort of reaction.
That's fine.
If I kill 20 random guards or random people, then people start flipping out.
Yeah.
I guess
I feel like I'm just gonna start arguing the politics of like. Political assassinations versus killing versus killing the people. And
also,
I see what you mean, but I think
another like
a lot of the like you gotta remember, like I think like chaos, I think straight up like narratively is tied to like body count, right? Like it's like so if it like if you do just kill 5 people or was it like eight people or something, you're not. That's 8 bodies. You could easily have 8 bodies in a single level, right? So if you have 8 bodies throughout the entire game, you're still in low chaos. But like if you have 8 bodies in every level, then you're probably in high chaos, just because there's more bodies, right? So I don't know. It makes sense to me.
You explained like because it's like the plague and like more bodies,
more rats, more plague carriers. Because rats are filthy creatures that deserve to be eradicated, right, Ariel?
this game does rats so dirty. The Black Plague has done rats so dirty. It's the worst PR disaster for rats ever.
The plague, the player cannot get the plague, right? That's not a thing.
Yeah,
Yeah.
there's no real mechanic for it.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's like serves as like really a narrative device.
You
and
know
like,
what, Kenji? I have an opinion. I'm curious what you think about this game as like an immersive sim, because I weirdly almost sometimes forget that this game is an immersive sim. Is that weird? Or like it
Yeah,
almost
'cause,
feels
like,
like it's
in
like on the
my-
lower end of the spectrum.
Because like the way I played it, since I pretty much just was using Blink or whatever,
Yeah.
I didn't really interact with the guards that much outside of just choking them,
Yeah,
which is like no different than just like playing like Splinter Cell or MGS, whatever.
yeah. That's kind of what I'm getting at. Is just that, yeah. Like it's not a Deus Ex or anything like that, right? So
Yeah, and it's not that complex.
yeah, if I have the understanding of what an immersive sim is, I'd say like it sounds like it's more of that in like I guess the combat. And I guess if you're going lethal stealth, like you'd have these different options to do lethal stealth versus
I think there's
like
also a little bit of the like environment sort of interactivity, right? Like there's like some, but yeah, I think it is still lower on
Yeah,
the
like-
scale of like
Again,
what an
like-
immersive sim is, I guess.
I'm not an immersive sim guy, so I just get it through osmosis between you two. But like yeah, it's like even like in those cases is like less. And I was gonna mention like so like the thing with high chaos and stuff, like it's more like it puts like more guards on watch because like oh yeah, you're like have this high profile and like oh we're more worried about our well-being and shit.
Yeah.
But I feel like in a lethal stealth scenario, or lethal stealth scenario, I feel like that would also happen. Like if you're just not lethal stealth. I'm sorry.
But just
like,
assassinating the high targets.
yeah, and that's because like these people are dying. Like these important people are dying, like back to back to back.
Yeah, I mean, I'd agree with you on that, and I think Kenji touched on it a little bit. Like, yeah, the sort of like the low chaos laxness of guards and like levels still happens, even though you do kill.
Even though,
you know.
or like not lethally, you're disappearing people, which is arguably
True,
scary.
true, yeah. Like I could see that, and I do kind of agree, but yeah,
I think it makes because like some of them like one of them gets outcasted.
yeah.
Other people,
which they don't. It's funny how they don't question like who branded the guy. It's
Yeah,
just
right.
like, hey, you're branded now, and you know,
Tripped and fell. on
tripped
the
and
fucking-
fell. Yeah,
hey man, what happened to that Corbo guy who escaped prison earlier?
nah, it's not him. And then well, yeah. So one guy got branded. The other, I think it's immediately the Pendleton brothers, right? So like if you
Yeah.
do non-lethal, they get kidnapped by a gang, and then they get put into the mines. They get like their tongues cut off, and then they shaved heads, and they get put into their own mines, which is I don't know. Me personally, I think that was like the most fitting punishment for like out of like every target here. I very much like that one.
Also, like,
Ooh, yes.
no, I was thinking because the one you said like the High Overseer is like
Yeah.
you broadcast his crimes.
No,
and
not the
then-
High Overseer. That's the like Lord Regent. That's like the
Lord
like,
Regent, yeah, Lord Regent. You broadcast his crimes, and then like he gets everyone storms in the building, and he gets arrested.
Yeah, he gets arrested. Yeah.
And taken away. It's like I just think it's just it's like oh man, that must be nice.
Yeah, it must be nice to have like a leader be held accountable for their crimes, but I don't know what you're referencing specifically. But let's see what else. Non-lethal Lady Boyle gets turned into a sex slave, so you know.
That one was the one that made me the most uncomfortable.
But she's
Yeah.
not dead, right? So we obviously made the morally correct choice.
The game tell yeah.
So
Because-
yeah, I guess like funny about that. I mentioned this on the lost footage.
Yeah, the lost footage.
I accidentally killed her in my. I did
During the
reload, and I was
extraction.
like, yeah. So I was doing the non-lethal option. So I was carrying her while she's asleep, and I'm about to talk to the guy to hand her over, but because I jumped over the railing, which is not that tall, but apparently what happens when you talk to the guy, which is like an automatic interaction. Like once you get
Yeah.
close enough, it goes into the cutscene mode. And entering cutscene mode drops whatever you're carrying. So she fell from, I guess, a little bit over head height and died while
Yep.
the cutscene was happening.
Is it
Because
so?
when she landed, when I handed her over, I got target assassinated, not eliminated.
Let's see if I can't, because something
Yeah.
something similar did happen to me, but I didn't.
Yeah, my playthrough of that level was fucked up for different reasons.
It was like a school shooter going through Uvalde.
Ariel, in reality, Ariel plays all these games, but he really just wants to play Postal 2, but just never does.
Oh, this is
Look,
so
man, like I
confusing.
get it, and high, like legit high chaos. But I think tying morality to just straight up, like just killing and nothing else, like no other action is I don't know, not weird, but a bit like you mentioned here. It's like, yeah, this is just worse. This
Yeah.
is just worse if you
What you
killed
do
her.
to her is just straight up a worse fate than death.
Yeah, but like the game, like and like not. I don't think it's like a message like being sent by devs. I think it's just a limitation or like not really much more thought to it than just like this sort of. Like
Wait,
just
I'm
something
sorry.
kind of-
Are you saying that you would prefer if the non-lethal was a straight up better option?
No, I'm saying like it's a pragmatic choice. No, I'm not saying the devs thought of like this. I'm just saying they programmed it. It's like
No, I think they did think of it like this narratively.
Oh,
I think
really?
the whole idea is that non-lethal doesn't, like, lethal or non-lethal has no implications on your own morality or whatever. Like like if you just because you do a non-lethal doesn't mean you're like a saint. Like that's what they thought
okay.
about that. Like you're not a saint just because you're not killing anybody. You just you might tell yourself you're much better than like other people because you're killing them, but like you are subjecting them to a fate worse than death.
Yeah, I guess like I guess that kind of gets dissonant to the fact that I guess no, it's not dissonant. It's just like the ending pretty much is like one of them is a lot of better events than the other, and I thought about it for more bits. Like no, just straight up high chaos is just you're going crazy with it, right?
Yeah.
And like you still get low chaos with a low kill count, but all it takes is that one extra body.
Yeah, I mean, sure. I think there is like a certain amount of, but I think it is per level. I think they thought about it enough. It's not like you can go. It's like you're either in low chaos or high chaos in the level. So there is like the one extra body happens like locally, not in like the whole grand like body count.
Oh,
If that makes sense. Like it's not like there's not a number for like your body count for the entire game for it to be high or low.
Yeah.
It's within the confines of the level.
Yeah, I guess like the point that I was trying to make is like it's not directly tied to morality, but like the goodness of like the event, like the final event is like, man, I'm bad at it.
I think what you're saying that it is so like maybe going through the level it isn't like lethal or non-lethal doesn't necessarily mean good or evil until you get to the ending, which clearly it does show one was good and the other was evil, is what you're saying.
Yeah, and
It's like because at the end, like the high chaos ending is quite literally just like the worst possible outcome for the city.
And all I did was kill a couple of rich people, a shit ton of guards, a whole bunch of
They
political
had
targets,
jobs. They were
and
just doing their
some
jobs.
civilians. I don't count the rich people as civilians.
So
The guards could have been drafted. You don't know.
So I don't know if you saw there, but yeah, I also did the same thing where
Yeah, so Angel did like on the stairs.
Yeah, I
And then,
did it on the stairs. So
Yeah, I jumped the stairs. So mine, she just fucking.
yeah, so I this is the thing where if you get near the guy, it just does the
Yeah, just drops whatever you're holding.
and if you're holding a body, then they fall. But yeah, thankfully I think I was on the stairs or the ramp or whatever, and she didn't die. But which is funny because I did hear the like the noise that bodies make when they
Yeah.
hit the ground. I had a thought of like, wait a minute, is she dead or whatever? But then it said like target neutralized or whatever. There you go. There's the.
Another funny thing about that, when I reload the save the first time, I tried to choke her out like you did,
I need to fart.
but it didn't. The quest didn't progress
Okay.
for whatever reason. Like it just wouldn't let me hand her over.
Even like when you went to the guy.
Yeah, like the
Oh,
guy just
interesting.
wouldn't talk to me.
Oh, you think
And I had to reload it again. Like the only way I got it to work is if I waited for her to stop walking at the end of the thing and sleeping dart her.
Oh wow.
You think it has something to do with like the check that you had like to know which one it was, and then
No, I already did. No, I went through the whole
No,
process.
yeah, no, I
every
know. I'm
time.
saying
Yeah.
like, do you think it had to do with something like reloading, just kind of reset that for a bit or whatever?
No, because I reloaded it before I.
Fine,
did the
I'm no. I'm
conversation
just
with
saying
her,
like
so
yeah,
I
no.
don't
I'm
know.
saying like like that would be the flag that it would flip or whatever. I don't know.
It's just a bug. Yeah.
It's a bug, yeah.
It's a bug that we don't really know what happened.
You should, Angelo. You should get those whale oils and throw them into a crowd.
Do you know if you can fail that conversation, by the way,
With
to convince her to
oh,
go
I
to
don't
the,
actually know. I thought that I do remember thinking the first time playing this, I was like, if you had to get more information to like get her to trust you to follow, or to like get.
Yeah,
get
how
to
do
the
you
end.
get her to go to?
You just tell her to go.
She's just drunk enough to
Yeah.
do whatever you say, pretty much.
She's just like,
see.
you just go like, hey, somebody's waiting for you in the cellar. She's just like, okay.
Oh,
Which I
sure.
thought was kind of funny. I also thought the setup of how Corvo is able to just walk in with his mask.
Yeah.
Oh, you have a mask
kinda
on, so
funny.
you fit perfectly well.
But even though but they acknowledge it that it's like the mask of the guy.
Yeah.
Yeah,
They're
it's
just like, oh yeah, your cosplay is a good.
It's like,
it's
oh,
like a
yeah,
really
like
good cosplay. Like it's crazy.
And it's like funnier in like my place. It was like, oh yeah, you're that fucking serial killer.
You're dressed like the serial killer.
Yeah. Oh man, it's so convincing.
I think yeah.
Did they take to great offense on your playthrough when that happened, Ariel?
Like, no one said anything.
Okay, I feel like that's a bit.
Well, granted, I had like very little opportunity, but like I don't distinctly recall anyone mentioning my outfit.
Did that go through?
What?
No, don't worry about it. I just let out like a fucking bomb in here.
I don't. Not on our end, but you probably have like.
Don't worry,
it
that's the
doesn't-
power of audio editing.
Yeah.
Yeah. I'm
was gonna
I'm going. I'm letting it go.
I mentioned
again.
this before, but like this level, I think was the biggest difference wise between like high and low, like in terms of.
Or I mean, going for complete lethal and stealthing.
Yeah, not even just completely. Just high chaos is just just bang, and everyone just screams and runs away.
I'm assuming you
is there
killed
al-
everybody, even like including the not guards.
No, just most people.
I feel like I should have committed.
Yeah, if you want to go the school shooter route.
If you think about it, there's no chaos if there's no one to like hurt each other anymore.
Now I'm thinking. I guess would a low chaos Unga Bunga playthrough work? I guess it would just be like not killing anyone and just beelining straight to the target and then leaving.
That is something I
Yeah,
found
yes.
interesting. Yeah, you could do that. I had to do like a couple escapes kind of like that. I thought it was interesting that there is no like melee like combat non-lethal.
Yeah, No, that's
because like
pretty
I
bad.
think like was it Deus Ex had like I think they had like the stun or the baton.
Yeah.
MGS has like CQC.
Yeah.
This game, it's like no, if you're gonna like fight people melee, you
Look
are
at
just
that
straight up
stat
killing them.
line, just boom. Anyway, sorry. No,
Wow,
I agree.
You only got half the coins, bro.
It is strange. Like I don't know what made them
think-
go with that.
Yeah, because I guess just to reinforce that stealth is or non-lethal is meant to be synonymous with stealth.
And then just combat.
Yeah.
You know, oh yeah, you're just killing these people.
Which
They
is kind of
get
again
rid
meant to
of
be
that
playing in
idea.
the most boring
Yeah.
way possible.
This is why I do prefer Dishonored 2 to this one, but y'all will experience that. Yeah, it's just like for a stealth game, there's like a lot of like stuff, mainly the non-lethal stuff that is just like a staple in stealth that is just not there. You know, like the aerial non-lethal, like combat non-lethal. Yeah, I mean, I don't. It's not there.
Yeah, I don't play stealth games at all. Actually, I was gonna make a point, but I am unexperienced with it.
I will
What's
say
your point
MGS
on
is
it?
kind of
No.
MGS has kind of spoiled me with like stealth games because you know I remember the first time I played MGS, which I think was like Ground Zeroes.
Yeah,
right?
one of the fives.
It's like
yeah.
and I had played like stuff like Deus Ex and like other stealth games and stuff like that, where like killing or getting rid of guards, like even though like one person or like a one guard spots a body, they don't go and run and set off the alarm. And I remember at MGS that when that happened, I was like confused and scared, and I was like MGS does a really good thing of like of what I like about stealth games, which is tension, especially
Yeah.
when it comes to. Because that's like real stuff, right? Like you're really hiding from people. You really got to like plan out your route. You really have to plan like where you're gonna place people. And so it has spoiled me from games like this, which is like a lot more simpler. Where yes, you like a body can be found, but like they're not.
It's not the end of the world.
It's not the end of the
yeah.
world, and it's like it's whatever. But
It's like,
whatever.
yeah,
It's-
The non-lethal or that the patrol routes are a little bit too easy to figure out
yeah.
on site.
it's simple,
And
yeah.
I was playing on very hard, so like I don't know if the difficulties change patrol
Something, I
routes
don't
at all.
think so. I think it really is just like combat values, right? Like how much damage
Or
they do.
maybe
and-
how fast they spawn.
yeah,
you
yeah, how
or
fast they
so.
spot you as well. But like I don't
But
think
it was like very lenient for me to just kind of crouch walk / blink everywhere. Like the only thing that mixed up my playthrough is like, oh, now I can stop time.
yeah.
But
do it
Kenji, if you had
more.
rats, you could summon the rats to be a distraction.
I like stop time in video games.
But
Like
can you use
fun.
it straight up as a distraction? Because my interpretation of that was like it
rats?
just straight up goes attacks them.
If they're good enough, they can be.
I think it distracts them in a sense that they are being attacked, right? Like it's,
Yeah.
Yeah, I was hoping. Like I was looking at the description. I was like, how come I can't just summon rat to just make them go away, to, like scare them off or something?
like throwing a rock.
Yeah.
Like, yeah.
Yeah, no, because it's how it goes. Is they'll go up to a person. If there are many people, they could maybe fend off the rats, but I think they'll get probably one person at the very least each time.
Yeah. I think 2 they could like fight them off, but 1 definitely dies
that
to
up.
it.
Yeah.
Shut up.
But they were a great distraction for when I wanted to. Wow. They were a great distraction when I
Look,
wanted
the
to run
blink,
them
I don't
up.
know if you noticed, but the blink, if you go straight up, is like shorter, like it's shorter distance than
Yeah.
if you were to like go vertically or
They
horizontally.
explained that. They explained that in the tutorial.
Oh, actually, I didn't know that. Did they
Oh, yeah,
actually?
Yeah, they did. Like
I
in
didn't-
like
I
the
didn't-
one where you
I
go
didn't
up the
know that.
wall.
Oh, oops.
I must have forgotten about that like immediately because I was questioning like why
I think I did skip a lot of
it
the
felt
like
so short.
the skip the tutorial because it's like I know how to play this game.
I will say, I guess this. I guess like a lot of the level geometry was designed with blink in mind, since you always get it, and like
Yeah.
it took me like a little bit just running point A to point B. It's like, yeah, I don't need to worry about the other path until I actually had to like think about how to get somewhere, and it's like, oh wait, I have blink. I forgot a couple times.
Would you guys say
There is no like straight up attract guard outside of just throwing an object, right? Like,
yeah, there's.
Or I
there's
guess does hitting the ground do anything?
oh, actually, yes, yes. I see a
Okay.
lot of like pro, like the high level Dishonored players do that. Where they hit their weapon on the ground to attract people.
Okay, I guess that's this game's equivalent of like Sam's whistle then, or.
Yeah, it's not exactly like an explicit like mechanic though. It's just like
Yeah, that's fine. That's like immersive simmy, I guess. Like
Yeah.
that you are just like, okay, whatever makes a sound counts, and you hitting the floor beneath you counts.
yeah. I think as an immersive sim, I think I like not think like I straight up like Prey better, which is like another Bethesda game. Wait, well, who made? What was their name?
So-
This was the
Arc-
studio, Arcane, right?
Arcane, yeah.
And they also did Prey.
One of the arcanes did, I believe. There's like two
Yeah.
arcanes. I don't remember which one is which.
Well,
You said there's just
I think
one
the
is
one
Europe.
that I think the one that died is the one that did Prey.
yeah.
So I don't think it's this one.
Well, you guys are gonna play that at some point, so yay for immersive sims. Well, other than I'm out of stuff to talk about this game. Other than I like it. I'm glad at least you guys seem to enjoyed it. You know,
I think I would have enjoyed doing a lethal stealth playthrough more at the very least. I'm not sure. Like the little of combat I did, like in the tutorial level, I didn't find very interesting, or I didn't find it very difficult. I guess immediately,
Yeah,
yeah.
I think yeah.
but I also
Yeah.
found like blinking just to be the easiest option, which is why I just kept doing that and didn't experiment with that much of the other
Yeah,
mechanics.
I can see that. Yeah. Yeah. Well, I'm very curious and hopeful that you guys would find. I think the second one just better. To me, it was just way better experience and just a funner game. So I'm curious to see, and I'm eager to see how you guys would compare the differences. Yeah. Anyway, closing thoughts. I guess we heard Kenji's. Ariel, what about you?
Be right back. I'm sorry.
No, we have to pause the video.
Hates this game so much he just left.
Oh my god, here we are, boys.
I'm here. Hello.
What?
I
Ignore
said
me
this was
now.
gonna happen.
No, it's fine. I'm just gonna cut it out. But the continuity break because Kenji is now in a bowl of ramen, and
No, it's okay.
I have changed the Dishonored footage to us in the stupid hotel room. The lost footage, and yeah, we're talking about
Bro.
you, Ariel.
You're doxing my fucking audio interface.
Crazy. Hey, Ariel. Final thoughts about Dishonored. Let's wrap
Good
it up a
game.
little bit.
I like
Oh my God.
I like the. I liked the combat overall. It was pretty fun. I think it was fun to use all these powers and deal with a large group of people all at a time. It was engaging enough. Like I said, the story was fine. I didn't really feel too strongly one way or another. Overall, good game. I like the game.
Great. Now we have to spin the wheel.
Are you gonna show? Are you gonna
Yes.
honor the old spin? Or are you
Yes.
gonna? Okay.
I don't know. Aura, do you want to
Right.
change your spin?
No,
Oh,
I
God.
don't.
Why did we
then
turn-
we're,
Oh God. Why are
Oh,
we like
God,
this?
we're dying.
Why is it like this?
I think it's because
it's fine.
streaming.
Okay.
okay.
Let's just wait for it. I don't want to touch it anymore.
Okay, Aura, double over yourself.
How?
When-
how
I don't
Well, I was
remember
gonna
what I
ask-
said. Is it fine on your end? Because it's like paused right now. And
I can
mine.
see it on my
oh,
end.
I think it's just mine then.
yeah, you're
Aura,
cooked.
double yourself. You're saying something.
I was drunk, man. I was like, oh, the wheel. It's like.
Oh, the
Let's
wheel.
see if
What
it's
did you
even in
put?
focus enough for anyone to read. No, it's not.
Wait, I think it gets better. I think it's better.
I get closer. It's like you spin it next to the fucking camera.
Yeah, I think I yelled at him to like go closer.
And then it's like it's
Binding of Isaac.
it's Binding of Isaac, and then
And then you can't see the other one, but it's Honkai.
Honkai Star
What did
Rail.
we get? What did we get? We got.
Oh my god.
Oh my god.
We got
BOI.
Binding of Isaac.
Yeah, and then I
Yep,
stumble over
Ariel is
here.
on the floor currently right now,
On the
and
ground.
this is the hotel room. It's a mess. Listen, bro, we're all like mid-20s. We're all mid-20s male.
Late 20s,
living-
bro.
Oh god, shut
Maybe
up,
you
shut up,
are.
Maybe you are, old man. All right, Ariel,
no,
Ariel,
no,
this
no.
is you talking about the stipulations. What is it? What is it? What is it? What is it? Come on, quick.
I said beat mom once. It can be with whoever. If you do it with Isaac, is whatever. If you unlock Azael and use Azael, it's whatever. Just beat mom once. Doesn't matter. We're gonna be on Afterburst Plus, which is the current DLC set of the game. It changes mechanics and items and shit, and it's like I have it, so it's whatever. That is the stipulation. There is a difficulty select, but only makes it go harder. So you'll probably beat it on the base difficulty.
Okay.
If I wanted to do it blind, but if you're having trouble and want to look up a guide, go ahead. Also, mods like for quality of life mods are fair game too. If you want like stuff that tells you what the item does, and instead of just constantly looking it up on the wiki, that's also fine. Obviously, like none that cheap.
Oh, let me see. He's in the.
I don't even know what the fuck
I
is
guess it
happening.
doesn't matter.
I have played Binding of Isaac before. I did mention this on the lost media that you're consuming, the analog horror that you're consuming right now.
Analog horror.
That I have played the vanilla version of Binding of Isaac.
Video.
Oh no.
Oh no.
You're doxing yourself, Angela.
Oh,
Why?
God.
Is that actually?
Why is there so many Pornhub links?
That's not Pornhub. Okay, random Dishonored video.
I've played the vanilla version of Binding of Isaac. I have not touched any of the DLCs or updated versions.
Yeah,
I've only I guess beating mom is beating the game. You said
yeah. If at least in this
or
case,
counts as like a completed run.
Yes. Yeah, finish one run.
So yeah, I've done. I think I've only ever finished the one run.
I think I don't think it's too hard, but it could be another rabbit and seal situation, or just got.
I have
You
Go to
nine
autistically
hours in that
hyperfixated on
game,
it.
and I've only beaten it once. So I don't know. Maybe I think it may be, unless it got easier over the years.
There's
well,
nothing
you
in that
got
hotel
better.
footage that that doxed us, right? Even the showing of the hotel room.
I don't know, unless someone just recognizes the hotel.
It's fine.
Yeah.
It's whatever.
What do I want to say? Oh, I did want to add, like Rabbit and Steel, if you do manage to beat the game once, try doing just get like the other endings and stuff. Like keep trying afterwards. Not as hard. I'm not gonna say like, oh yeah, you gotta keep playing it after you do the first one. If you want to stop after, it's fine. But if you have time, just keep trying, keep going after. I think because beating mom is like 5% of the game actually. But for the context of this podcast, I think it'd probably be too unreasonable to say anything else than that. I don't know. Go beat the devil or something.
Go beat your mom, is what Ariel says.
Yeah, go beat your mom. Go beat her heart. Then after that, get teleported to hell, and then go beat Satan.
Okay. Why'd you stop? I'm chewing now. How did you guys like this Discord podcast?
A little scuffed.
I'm so upset about the hotel footage being unusable.
Yeah.
I am thinking about getting like an actual a green screen or something to put behind the couch to hide the bed.
I mean, if you want, you guys.
Oh,
would we use that for the normal podcast or no?
I don't think
could.
so.
I guess we could for a funny bit. every
Maybe.
now and then.
You could just put up your shelves and make it look presentable.
Or yeah, or you can.
I
Put,
mean, that's gonna happen eventually.
Yeah.
Though, you know.
All
It'd be
right.
funny to put the game footage just on a loop back there or something.
yeah,
Alright,
ideally we'd have like if we were doing Discord or like the online thing, we'd have a proper setup. Anyways,
I'm ending it. This was a scuffed episode. I'm like the autofocus is going crazy, but okay.
Hey, Kenji, the train's coming.
No, it's okay.
Train is coming.
No, it's okay. I'm with the duck now. I'm in the ocean. That's where ducks are.
I wanted to.
no
I knew
water.
I knew the two notes to make the train sound. I wanted to do it earlier, but I didn't find a good opportunity not to be disrupted.
All right, bye.